Hi, I'm Barb. Welcome to my craft studio. This is my paper storage video, fall of 2020, part 2. One thing I didn't share in the first part was this is my 12 by 24 paper, which I am struggling to store. Right now it is just in a shipping box that I got a long time ago. I bought it because it was cute and I've never used it, so I just decided to stick my paper in there for now. Looking for a good storage method. If you have one, let me know. But know this, it has to say 12 by 24. I've had so many people say, just cut it in half. If I wanted 12 by 12 paper, I'd have bought 12 by 12 paper. I don't use the 12 by 24 a lot. I only have this one box full. But there's times when I need that extra length. Sometimes creating boxes or other types of paper crafting objects, you need the longer paper. These are the Totally Tiffany paper carts. I had bought one when it first came out. I had to pick up the aprons later because she didn't have the apron at first. And then when I was at the expo last year, she had a few with her. The boxes had been damaged, so HSN wouldn't sell them. So they stopped, picked them up, and just sold them as a show special, and it was really cheap. So I'm like, I'm going to buy that. I think my thought at the time was to use it as my die cutting station, to put her die file on here, because we did check at the show to make sure it would fit, and it did. But then I decided I had to put my Christmas paper on one, and I thought, you know what, I want to put my other seasons on the other one, because when I work on seasons, I like to just pull out all my supplies and bring them, and this is great because then they're pretty much all just on that cart. This is all my seasonal, all my winter, mainly Christmas paper, but I do have some winter. My winter embellishments are in one of the binders, and then this is just some extra Christmas supplies. My Christmas washies in the pockets. There's ribbon over here. I'm trying to see what else is over there. There's something else. Oh, it's more ribbon. And in the back is my wooden stamps, my mounted stamps. But here, I'm trying to think, did I use 2 in this section? I don't know. No, I didn't. In my seasons, what I did was I put single-sided scraps in the front of the Scrap Master, and I put double-sided scraps in the back. And then this is paper it's really thin. It's paper, I wrote it as paperweight because I couldn't think of what else to call it. Usually I buy cardstock because I'm not a real big fan of the paperweight stuff. I will use it sometimes on a scrapbook page, but I'm trying not to buy it anymore. And then my scraps, I have a lot more Christmas scraps than I do anywhere else. I have a lot more Christmas than I do anything else. But I did just leave my Christmas, most of my paper pads, I tear apart. I'll tear them apart. Sometimes I've even done it with some Christmas ones because there's usually paper in here. This one may not have it. That doesn't necessarily. This one's pretty Christmassy. But a lot of times there's paper in there that's not necessarily Christmas. It's just like red striped paper, which I would put in my reds. But these ones I did leave. Eventually I may pull them apart. This is actually one of my newest ones, I think. Yeah, sugar plums. So I just have wrote the name of the thing, which you can't see because it's written very light, but I just wrote the name of the paper pad there, and then I filed them alphabetically down here. And here I have my winter, how well we can see there. Then I have my 8.5 by 11 because I have a lot of 8.5 by 11 in Christmas for some reason. Then I have my single-sided loose paper, and then I have my paper pads, and then I've got my double-sided, I think. No, vice versa. Double-sided first, And then single-sided back here. I was going to say, that's a lot of double-sided paper, but this is my single-sided. This is my double-sided. But that's my Christmas paper. And then this one is all the other seasons. I've got my Valentine's, and a couple of Valentine's paper pads. Spring, summer, fall, just some fall paper pads. And right now my Halloween is sitting out because I've been working on Halloween projects. So I left it out. And then I did this same thing here. The pink one has my Valentine's embellishments, stamps, depositing folders, you know, anything Valentine's, specifically Valentine's goes there. I put spring and summer in the blue, and then fall in the purple. I tried to kind of color code a little bit. I'm like, well, pink is definitely Valentine's, and I thought purple was best for Halloween. I mean, I could have went black for Halloween, but I don't know. Purple did not make me think of Christmas at all. So black does not make me think of Christmas at all, but it does make me think of winter. So so I went with black down there, and then spring and summer I did in the blue. They didn't match exactly to those holidays, but somewhat. That's my seasonal paper. I gotta try to get up. I stubbed my toe really bad yesterday, so it hurts. But that's my seasonal paper. I do, like I said, I like having them on this cart so that when I'm working on Christmas, I can just pull that over to my desk, and just about all my Christmas stuff is right there, unless it's something really chunky, and then I'll have to pull that separate out. I do need to organize this stuff a little bit better, but I'm getting there. I'm going to try and tack the card storage onto this one too, and the vinyl, but we'll see how we go time-wise. But I'm going to pause you. Well, back into my craft studio. This area is really kind of tight. This is actually a closet in the room, and it kind of created a very narrow hallway on the other side of my desk. But I have my vinyl storage here. This one has like iron-on decals, which is just stuff that's pre-bought, ready to iron on. And my Teflon sheets are in there. And then I'm using the Totally Tiffany vinyl storage trays. These are really nice because they'll hold rolls of vinyl. And they also, if you get the organizer bundle, they come with these little tape. It's hard to see them. They're little plastic tubes. Right, it is pretty much at the end. There, it is. Little plastic tubes that you can put rolls in. And I just wrote on there what that was, that it was iron-on. And I put my pink and red in one, orange and yellow, green and blue, purple and white, gray and brown, and then my black and my multi. And I tend to prefer 12 by 12 sheets. So I used one of her, I think it's called a collection keeper. And I put my scraps and my 12 by 12 sheets in there. Now, when you buy the bundle, it does also come with the scrap pockets. I'm just not using them. You easily could, especially if you're just a roll person, because you could roll your scraps up in around one of the rolls, the bigger ones, and then put the smaller ones in the pockets. But like I said, I happen to prefer the flat pieces. I do have a lot of, especially in the iron-on, a lot of the rolls, but a lot of those, that one doesn't have it on there, but a lot of I bought on clearance at Hobby Lobby. So, and then I labeled them 631 and 651, though a lot of them are not necessarily that brand, but 631 is removable, 651 is permanent. It was shorter to write, so that's what I did. And I did the same thing with those. Only here I have two of the collection keepers. I've got one for removable vinyl and one for permanent vinyl in each color. So I've got my pink, then I put my pinks and red rolls in the middle, and then my red collection keepers are on that side. And I did it the same in the vinyl. And then I have another paper handler down here that has my different transfer tapes down there. So that's my vinyl storage.